And how do you, I think people would be interested in this. How do you shape your teams? Because now, we've all been at this for a little bit. Like we constantly are talking about this. You're like, fuck, do I just hire more guys? Do I have a financial analyst? How do I give this other person on my team some relief? Do I just keep, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. And you see lone soldiers going out, making tons of money. You see guys with big teams making tons of money. There's a bunch of different effective ways to do it. So like, how do you guys shape your teams?
It's good that we have both. We've chosen different paths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've chosen the path of more support, more dedicated support. I have a transaction manager and I have a client project coordinator. So they're non-sales focused. They're deal oriented focus. They push the transaction forward, but I'm the only one on my team that picks up the phone and cold calls and does the outreach, which is the opposite of what the historical model is per se. The historical model is like how I got in the industry, how you got in, how you got in. It's like go hire a 22 to 27-year-old or whatever age you were when you started, pay them nothing and make sure they're here at 7 and leave at 7. Yeah. Literally. And just they're going to outwork and out hustle. And I think the pandemic has changed that mentality for some people starting. Like, for example, the start time in our office has been pushed back.
And the end time.
And the end time. But we're not here to talk about that.
I keep complaining about my seating location because I can't see if my young guys are leaving before I am.
I can tell you, right? I see everything. I can call you.
I know.
But yeah, so
that's unacceptable.
Going back to the team building, I think Bill makes a great point. So Bill's on a team. They have a bigger team in numbers. He can explain it. I'm not going to speak for him. For me, what I found that worked is just building the infrastructure and the foundation first. Then in later, I'll probably add some kind of sales component. But for what I'm doing, you asked about his differentiator. My differentiator is that like, if you hire me, you get access to me. And I will be on your file as if I'm running the business myself. Like that is how I value proposition. Like I'm here to understand everything about your business, your industry, and to share my insights to help tailor your solution. And because you're just dealing with me, I'm not handing it off to Jim or Susie or whoever, right? You're dealing with the Mad Albertine team, and we have all the support behind that. And here's our track record. And here's all the clients you can call who could attest to us. So for me, I just found that controlling, you talked about control. For me, I just like being able to control the client from the single point of contact. And then I bring in who I think is the best person to win the business for, or just myself. Like I would argue I probably work with the most amount of people in the office. A lot of people look at me and they're like, how do you work with that person or that person? And like, I don't like that guy. But then like that person, I like them because I can deal with them. And so I don't know, maybe my thing's just different, but for me, it's let's build a foundation. Let's offer support from the back end. And then it allows me to free up my time to do the job, to be more present, and to focus more on the top end clients.
Yeah. There's good and bad things to every strategy too. Cause if you're also the one who has to dig up the business,
it's a lot of pressure.
You got overhead now, right? That's, I think, a little bit of the difference.
Yeah. It's just your time too. Yeah. Like we only have 12 hours in a day realistically. Yeah. Like not getting on a phone call at 9 p.m. Yeah. No one's taking that call.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'd be interested in yours too.
Yeah, me too.
Let's go to
you're
Billy,
the managing director. We'll go around the horn.
Because everyone's a broker.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Like I guess our model on scaling up a little bit different, less from a support stand where we're just, how do you get bigger?
Yeah.
Tech and bodies. Like those are the two. Mm-hmm. If we can't fill the gap with tech, old school, get another body. And again, like I would say the radius that I'm focusing on is pretty tight. Like it sounded like I did deals, further away, but the client took us there. We didn't look there.
The extraction point.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Like where we focus is tight. And, between the two markets, call it 300 million feet. I can't call 300 million feet. Right. So more bodies to be calling that square footage.
Yeah. And you and Stu kind of co-lead the team. And then you have how many?
Yeah. So we've got 2 support staff now. And then we've got, I guess, transaction manager, kind of marketing support. And then, just 3 dedicated sales guys and maybe a 4th starting soon on just purely BD focus.
And
don't touch anything. Just get on the phone.
And for those BD guys, are they just setting up for you and then you stick handle the rest of the way, or do they
They've got, their own capability. Like, again, we kind of keep them at a square footage focus and geography focus, because number one, it allows us the ability to still be experts. Like, there's not much preparation time to get into a meeting when I've talked to all their neighbors, and for some reason I didn't talk to them. I'm going in there and I can pretty much tell them, what color the door of their neighbor or their building is. So it's easy to kind of go in and impress. So they do their own thing. They do call outside of it, but it just becomes a situation of, it's tough to win business, and how are we going to win business? By being experts. So put us in a position to win, not to lose.